Hi guys, welcome back to another P.E.E.N cast.
How's it going?
How's it going, bruvs?
Oi.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
No. Welcome back to the P.E.E.N podcast, the People Everywhere Everything Now podcast, where we seem to be finding our stride, our rhythm.
Being disrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
By literally everything.
It's gone to shit. Don't know what the deal is.
I do.
Technology's getting effed.
Technology is trying to screw the pooch here.
Typo usually has really easy audio to deal with. I literally just amplify it a bit and then click send, but I gotta go through mine because it's very sensitive, and he is showing symptoms of sensitivity on his
guys, look,
audio.
this is how sensitive my audio is. You usually wouldn't hear this.
Well, they're not gonna hear that. I'm gonna edit it out.
Well, you could definitely hear that.
Yeah, probably. Damn, I think this is too close to me. I hate to move it, but there we go.
And my chair, me moving my chair, it's fucking making noises now. My gain is turned all the way down on my fucking shit, dude. I don't get it.
That's my life, dude. That's literally what I have to go through. Every time I hit my vape, dude, I gotta cut it out.
Oh god, I can't even vape.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's loud, isn't it?
God damn.
Thanks. Hey, Typo, do me a favor and try not to vape. I'm gonna have to do a lot of post. It takes me like...
I do sneaky vapes.
I tried to do sneaky vape. I look like a... I don't know what I look like.
You suck at it, though. You're like...
I look like a whore.
You're like...
gargling on some cack whenever I try to do it.
Sorry, that's gonna be a fucking pain. No. Yeah, the world's a shitty place, and so is my computer.
Yeah,
so...
Well, the world's not a shitty place. It's just shitty times right now. The world's going through some shit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good in the world. Like, well, I can't think of anything in particular, but let's just smile.
We'll leave it at that. You guys fill in the blank.
And nod our heads. Hey, one thing I want to talk about. Did you hear about Chaz?
Chaz?
Yeah, Chaz.
Which Chaz?
Chaz, the city or the nation's
Justice Coalition guy?
Yeah, no, the city-state within Seattle.
Are you talking about the autonomous zone?
Yeah, the autonomous zone.
I've heard a little bit. I've stayed away from a lot of that recently, just because like
it's overwhelming, honestly. A lot of it is.
Isn't it like full-on Antifa free run out there?
Yeah, that's what it is. There's autonomous zone day and autonomous zone night. Day is where all the tourists come through, and it's like a music festival, but a lot of homeless people are there, and they're like they get a bunch of donations. People are eating for free. Like Domino's delivers free pizza, and they're growing vegetables and stuff there, and there's rave parties at night. Yeah, so it's like a giant camping festival. Hey, Typo, you want to go to Seattle?
No.
I kind of do. That'd be nice.
I'm still not trying to leave my house that much.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, I know this week. I mean, yes, but also like, just don't feel like doing anything.
Lazy bumming it, huh?
Not really. I mean, I do feel like doing things. Like, so the whole reason why this podcast is being recorded late, guys, apologies. It's my fault.
All his fault.
Just like the one before that was basically my fault. Actually, I'll blame that on fucking America. This one was me. So over the weekend, starting on Thursday, my brother was coming into town. I told you about that.
Yep.
And so on Friday, Chavez and Beal and Will, Chavez's dad, were all in town. Really? They were going out. Yeah, they were all going out on the boat because he got a Tritoon. And I haven't been out or done anything in a while besides going to protests.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? It'll be good to see them. When I last saw Chavez, he wasn't in like the greatest state. Neither was Beal, just because of the situation with Doc, you know.
Right.
And so it was tough, but it was good to see them. There were some moments where, like, you could tell they were still hurting, you know. Yeah. It was good to be there with friends. But so we went out on the boat on Friday for a couple hours after I got off work, and usually that's the day that we record. And I just completely spaced. I don't even think I told you that I was leaving.
No, you didn't tell me anything. I was told, or I actually spoke with your brother online, and he was like, oh yeah, he's probably hanging out with Chavez and Beal. Like, oh, okay, all right, whatever. So I sent you a message to see if you wanted to record on Sunday, but you didn't get back to me, which is fine.
I didn't see a message about recording. I only saw that you called me on Sunday.
I left you a voicemail.
What are you, fucking 80?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Fucking voicemails.
Yeah, voicemail. Because
you might as well sell me a handwritten letter, dude, and wax seal that bitch.
Well, when you get it, respond, okay?
No, true. But yeah, so Friday we went on the boat with my brother and Clara, and it's actually funny. My brother's not a drinker. Clara's not a drinker, but they was drinking.
Yeah.
And it was super cool to actually have like fun time with my brother, like involving some alcohol or something. I mean, he didn't get drunk or anything, but we were out there for quite a bit, and then we ended up getting back around like 11:30 after making a bunch of bratwursts and stuff out at their grill. Because his dad owns property here in Austin. He was going to try and do it as an Airbnb. Yeah, he bought it to do Airbnb stuff with. And then the city of Austin has this ordinance in place where like Airbnb is illegal.
What? Why?
It's been like that. I don't know.
That's stupid.
In order for him to do that, he needs to actually have this as his like home address. And I think they do it because a lot of companies from like China and like Russia, like all these other like countries are buying property here and developing on it and then selling it for a higher price because it's booming still, you know?
Yep. That's
probably the biggest reason why.
Yeah, they put a lot of they buy a lot of property and then they put a bunch of real estate on it to shuffle money around. That's a common tactic. So it's equity for the individual, you know. They have the property, it's in their portfolio.
Yeah.
Rich guy talk. I don't know anything about that, dude. I dig ditches for a living. I'm outside digging holes all day. What do I know about real estate?
You're just a fucking kid. The world is your sandbox.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. I'm in a SpongeBob T-shirt right now.
In the voice of Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt.
Dig it.
Dig it. Dig it.
Life's a hole.
Life's a.
Dig it.
It's Dear Tay.
Joe Dirte.
Tay. Yeah.
No. But so then
movie.
Saturday rolls around, and we were gonna go back out on the boat, but I was so white from going out that I went late.
You're so white from going out? I'd imagine you'd get like sunburnt or something.
Wiped out. I actually didn't get sunburnt because I used SPF 50, which is overkill, and I coated my whole body 3 times before I even got out from underneath the shade of the boat.
Same way, dude. I'm 2 shades, white and red. If I go out too long, I'm
I got fair skin. I can't be doing that. I was hospitalized when I was 5 years old. I got a teddy bear on my wall right here. You can't see it. I can bring him down. His name's Teddy Precious. I've had him since I was 5. Yeah, I'm gonna grab him just so I can introduce you guys to him.
Teddy's Precious. Aww. Look at that.
This is Teddy Precious.
And he's sweet.
He is a sweet little teddy bear. He's got he had his name thing across this. Is not there anymore. But I got this when I was in the hospital when I was 5 for being sunburnt.
Damn, son.
From my grandmother and grandfather. Yeah, it was my grandfather, I'm pretty sure.
They got you a little teddy bear.
Yep, and I've had it ever since.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't get a teddy bear when I was burnt. You know what I got? I got freckles all over my back.
So I didn't get freckles.
Skin
I got
cancer.
moles. I got
some moles too, dude.
Dude, I vividly remember, they had to put me in a whirlpool. It was this hot whirlpool that they put you in and scrub your dead skin off your body.
Gross, dude. I just dealt with it. My family wasn't rich. We couldn't afford
doctor. I had fucking third-degree burns from wearing a stupid-ass tank top that was mesh, dude. I looked like a reject from a basketball team.
You look like
I got the shitty fucking.
No, who's that
guy
from Dodgeball? That with the glasses. That was the guy from Office. The stapler guy, my stapler.
Oh god.
In Dodgeball, he's got that mesh shirt.
Yeah. It's basically that, dude. It was like a mesh tank top. So I only did my arms. My entire back got fucked.
So I saw that guy, that same guy in that same tank top. Imagine him. It wasn't the actual guy. So it was at a music festival in Austin called Euphoria. And they had this huge Coca-Cola pavilion where you could go and take a picture, I guess, that they sold to the highest bidder or something. I don't know. And he was wheeling out this huge cart, and it was like it had these two big tubs on it, and dude's in it's a neon pink mesh tank top. The front wasn't mesh, but the back was mesh. And this dude had a flashlight, right? And he had these thick bottle glasses, and he's sitting there, and he's fucking getting it, dude. He's jamming out, right? All right. And so we approach him, and we're like, "Oh, Coca-Cola." He's like, "Get in there!" And he's like, "Oh, you have like Diet Coke and Coke Light." He's like, "Get in there!" So we each reached our hand in and pulled out just a regular Coca-Cola.
Well, that's a fucking commercial right there, dude.
Yeah, he's fucking getting it, dude. And if we look back like 20 minutes later, he's still there getting it.
That reminds me of that TikTok chick. She's like that skinny chick, real skinny, looks like a string bean almost. And she just goes, "Get into it." Have you seen that?
Oh, no, not get into it. She says, "Get it to it," right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's so gross.
She's not
like,
human,
it's so
dude.
weird.
I don't know. For some reason, she thinks that she's popular because she went viral. And
technically, she's popular.
She is popular, but for the wrong reasons, honestly. I don't think she cares, right?
I have one TikTok follower.
You do? Nice. I got like 6 or 7.
It's your son.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Dude, as soon as you told me to follow him, Megan and I followed him.
Yeah.
And within seconds, it was like he posted another video, and it was like him just like the zooming thing where he just slams his phone, zooming in on a controller, and he's like, "Shout out XTYP0." I was like, all right. Fuck yeah. This is so good, dude.
I love my boy. Speaking of my boy.
Yeah, how's he doing? I had a brief moment to talk to Chavez.
Oh yeah,
while we were out,
so you
just
already
to
know kind of what's up. No,
that's
okay.
lawyer,
right.
And it's like doctor-patient confidentiality, but they call it something different.
Whatever. So, anyways, in February he filed the motion, and they basically said no and countered with the motion, saying that I'm not following doctor recommendations, and that's a form of neglect. So they want supervised visitations.
So Chavez said that she did something that you didn't even know she like was thinking about.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that was it. So essentially,
because you want to use lavender oil on his fucking feet?
Well, that I don't know exactly what it means by I'm not following the doctor recommendations, because the doctor recommends medication and he takes it. The doctor recommends that we identify adjutants and eliminate them from his environment, which we did. And he was doing very well from like, I think it was in last year, June. He was coming to live with me for the school year. This was the idea. Coming to live with me for the school year. We went to Chick-fil-A. We both got neurovirus and E. coli. I suffered through it one day and felt like total dog dude, didn't go to work. The next day he got it, and I was like, I went to the doctor and she said it's just a stomach bug, no problem, stomach bug, no problem. And it was terrible. I felt like total doo-doo. Then he went through it. He toughed it out, dude. Neurovirus and E. coli. And the next day, I told her about it that night, and then she says she was coming to pick him up that next day or something like that, because he was supposed to go either I think it was that night or the next day after that, I think, but she decided to take him to his regular doctor. Anyway, that ruined my chances of having him stay for that week or whatever, but that wasn't an allergic reaction or anything. And aside from that, he was good until he used it was a body wash that had citrus. It's like a grapefruit infused body wash, and
you told me about that.
Yeah, he had a hypersensitive delayed ultraviolet reaction to a body wash. So the citrus oils reacting with sunlight caused his skin to discolor,
break out and rash and stuff.
It wasn't a rash, it was a discoloration of the skin. So then,
was it like more tan, or
it was like bluey purple, like when you get cold, you know how you're kind of look veiny. Some people, it was like that.
Like your skin becomes translucent.
Yeah,
almost.
exactly. That's kind of how it was, except it was, he just didn't feel too well either, because he's very sensitive to stuff like that. So yeah, but I mean, up to that point, like anytime an oil was applied to him, there was no reaction to it. They said to identify things and to eliminate things from his environment, from his diet. We were doing all that stuff, and then this happens. The thing about that is that I made him go and take a shower right before he left, and he fought me tooth and nail to not take one. And I was like, no, I can't return you to your mother,
stinking like ass.
Exactly, because then we'll get in trouble, and you never know with your mom. She might just not let you come back over something like that, and then this crap happens. So whoops.
I'm not gonna lie, some of it I felt like I was like a part of, not really a part of, but like, because whenever you came down to visit with him and we did like the caves or whatever, and then we had that food, and then you forgot the book, and like that's when shit like really started like falling out, and I was like, I should have just drove that to Dallas. That would have only been 3 hours instead of fucking 3 days.
Yeah, that wasn't even a big deal, honestly.
I know, but she blew it up.
Dude, so I got a new book. He could start rewriting stuff. I got her the book back before she even needed it. It wasn't a big deal the next week. And like later on, that was like around your birthday last year, right?
Yep.
So yeah, and then about the same time this year, a few months later, it didn't even matter. None of it did. And she even apologized to me for being angry. Like, she admit to taking out her anger on me. She admit to me being her scapegoat for her negativity, and she apologized for it. So I thought we were making good headway, but it's never. It's all in waves with her, always in waves, and it's every year and a half. Okay, every year and a half that goes by, something silly happens, something easily explainable, easily remedyable, like, oh damn, okay, well now we know, let's do something about that. And with Alan and his current condition or state or whatever, epilepsy, and he's allergic to everything, it's been a fucking roller coaster ride, dude. Every year and a half she blows up,
since you don't know everything.
Well, I know a lot. I mean, I've been.
What I mean is, you can't know what everything that he's allergic to.
Well, that's
you haven't identified all of it yet.
Well, he's gone to the doctor and had a test, and we have he's allergic to a lot of stuff, and I have a printout of what he's allergic to. So, it's not like I'm giving him things or putting him around things that I know he's allergic to. I know what he's allergic to, and I don't put him in those situations, but there's other things, like, and it just so happens that, like, it's actually with grapefruit, it's the most common thing for people to have ultraviolet reactions to. The most common thing that people have hypersensitive ultraviolet reactions to. So, no derp, it's gonna happen to him, since he's got all these allergy issues, these, the more you know. So now I know anyway. And furthermore, because it was a product that had caused it, I wanted to make sure. So my reasoning, I was like, okay, what products do you use for him so that nothing like this happens again? And she wouldn't even tell me. She would, like, what kind of bar soap. She let me know the bar soap. What kind of body wash, what kind of shampoo. She didn't tell me any of this. She went off on me like, you should already know, we already went through this. Well, in the first place, it was buy and use hypoallergenic things, and I bought and we use hypoallergenic things. That body wash isn't his body wash to use, but he used it. Yeah. So the detergent we use is hypoallergenic. We have ultra sensitive soaps that are hypoallergenic. He has things that he uses here that I've been using here that haven't posed an issue. And I was like, look, can we just tell me what you use, so it's the same all across the board and nothing like this will happen, and And I don't know. I think she thought I was trying to be sneaky or something. I don't know what her deal was at that point in her life. Honestly, my honest opinion, I think that she'd been taking drugs or something. I think that she'd been dipping into her boyfriend's Ritalin stash, because she's very paranoid, was very paranoid. But now, so this maneuver, I think, is just a way for her to clean her system, so that to give her an edge to detox before she has to take a drug test. Honestly, that's all it does for her, because it's ridiculous. Now she has to prove that I'm neglectful, which there's no evidence. She can't. There's nothing that the doctor has written or said that I have not followed. Okay.
Yeah.
So so it's looking kind of bleak for me, honestly. I think that I still think that we can get joint custody, and
I mean that should have been the basis in the first place. We all know that.
I know. I still think that joint custody is gonna happen, and I'm just gonna pay more in child support, which I don't care. I just don't want her to dictate the time I spend with my son. She uses it against us. She can't punish him. No video games. He doesn't care. She punishes him with you can't see your dad. That's how it's been.
Yeah.
And she does the same for me. If I do anything she doesn't like, or if I upset her, if I speak my mind, pretty much, if I say anything, I can't suggest something or say, hey, look, like I read stuff and I learn things every day, okay? And when I try to relay this information to her, I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm an idiot. Then that's how I feel anyway.
Yeah.
So she doesn't heed the knowledge that I gain.
That's a form of manipulation. That's all it is.
Yeah, she's fucking manipulative as hell, dude. That's all she does.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's too bad I didn't figure that out sooner than later.
I mean, the people that are most manipulative to the people that are around them, like, they do it in a way that always demeans the person they're belittling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the whole situation with my dad and my mom. Like, my mom had no idea half the shit that was going on, like, she didn't know what kind of person he was, and she always had these weird thoughts. So she was like, that seems inappropriate. And he's like, Jesus Christ, why would you ever suggest something like that just because you had a bad relationship with your father, blah 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 blah. And like, there were things in my mom's relationship with her dad, like, he was this extremely religious dude way back in the day, and at one point he choked my mom. Like, bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can take everything and flip it around on him. It's a way of what's the term? There's a term for it. It's like grooming almost.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
think the term's gaslighting. Yeah. There you go.
And that's what she does.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I don't know. I think I don't know.
Chavez doesn't seem to be fazed by it.
Yeah, it's very common.
Just so you know. Just so you know. I know you've had conversations with him about talking to him. Well, he's like, I don't give a shit. He's like, I'm gonna get this.
Oh, good.
So
good. So I'm thinking about, because where I live now, I just would rather be on my own, and because this isn't my house. You know what I mean? It's not my house.
Yeah.
And rule number 1 of the 12 rules to live by is get your house in order. And I can only do that to a certain extent. I don't have control of the 10 other people that live here. Yeah, exactly. So,
and even if they did all try to abide by it, that's 10 other people that you can't hold accountable for something that might accidentally happen,
Yeah.
Like this body wash incident.
Exactly. Yeah, which is totally my fault.
No, I mean it's really not your fault.
It is. No, it's my fault. No, I should have been more descriptive. He had other body washes to use, and he has used that body wash before. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have never had an issue with it ever, and this is just one of those circumstances where he was out in the sun too long, and not too long. He's out there for a couple hours or something. But
well, then I blame his immune system. I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. He seems to be doing all right. He's gained a lot of weight, though, because he's getting those allergy injections.
Yeah. They're basically steroids, right?
No, they're adjutants of things he's allergic to. So they are his body's undergoing constant stress because it's trying to build an immunity to things.
Everything?
To everything. So his cortisol levels are through the roof. I FaceTimed him the other day, and he's sitting there sipping on a cheesecake shake from Sonic.
Dude, hell yeah.
No,
that sounds
man.
fire. No, I know it's not good for you.
No, dude. Especially after all the dietary bullshit we went through the year before about, like, he can only eat organic and stuff like that. And what it seems like she's doing is just letting him do whatever he wants to do. She's under the impression that I let him do what he wants to do. But the fact of the matter is that I present him with options, acceptable options to choose from. I give him a choice, and he picks within the parameters I set before him. Okay? Do you want to do this or do you want to do that? And
it's a simple term. It's called parenting.
Yeah. So, I mean, to him, it may seem like he gets to do everything he wants to do, but it's not. He still has to go to bed.
The things that you want him to do.
Yeah. He still has to go to bed on time. Still has to brush his teeth every night. These are things that I have to argue with him about, to make him do things. He'd have to exercise, so if he'd be sitting on the computer doing a YouTube video or recording something, I'd be like, yo, you've been sitting down for 3 hours straight. Get up and exercise. Right now, I'll do them with you. And it's stuff like, we'll do 3 sets of 5. So it'd be like push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, leg lifts, just calisthenics to get the body moving. Stuff that's not even that he'd be doing in PE anyway.
Yeah, or just getting up and not being just sitting down,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which she's against. She doesn't want him exercising. And she blames...
I'm all for not needing exercise ever. I know I should, but there's a reason I got the demeanor that I do and the body I got. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Now, I don't know. I think that in the long haul, especially the way that I know that she handles things and how she handles herself, it's going to put and I don't want it for her. That's the thing too. I don't want it for her and I don't want it for him, but it's going to drive a rift between them. If she keeps doing stuff like that. A really big one.
He's comfortable, dude. I know that. Right now he's comfortable and he's enjoying it. He doesn't have to go to school. He finished all his schoolwork early. He gets to lay about and play video games all day. They go outside from time to time. They got a slip and slide, They got a basketball goal. He goes out, shoots hoops. So it's not like he's a complete couch potato, but
yeah,
I just wish that she'd pay closer attention to his diet. For me, it'd be no sugar, dude. Birthday, sure. Christmas and Thanksgiving, absolutely. You can have a slice of pie, no problem. Stuff like that. But
no sugar?
No sugar. Sorry, sugar is poison.
But what about Crystal Light?
Crystal Light. Which brings us to our first sponsor, Crystal Light. Not really a sponsor.
Honestly, straight up, sponsor me. I will fucking get a tattoo of Crystal Light on my body.
But never mind. On his dick.
It'd just be one of the little packages.
I don't know. They'd have to downsize it a little bit so it'd actually fit on your dick,
No, I would just use a cut in half one.
One that's already been opened.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's the stress I have ensued, and I don't know. That's my major stress right now, but I'm trying not to focus on that. I don't know. I'm not really doing much, dude. I'm just taking it one day at a time, trying to help my dad fix things around the house, making the place look nice. I'm saving up some money. I'm gonna put a security deposit and first month's rent on some house nearby somewhere. I mean, I looked at a couple of them, and I need
why don't you consider an apartment?
Fuck you.
I'm just a serious question.
Fuck you. I've considered an apartment. I don't want an apartment. I do not.
Why
want.
Though?
It's the same price of what I'm looking at, but smaller.
Well, what price range are you looking for rent up in Dallas area?
$1,100 for rent. I got a 2-bedroom house on an acre for $1,100 in Van Alstyne.
Okay, yeah.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
I would never live in Van Alstyne, so that's actually fire.
It's right off the highway. It's in the older part of town. You know, not on the.
I mean, then you can also say you live where Walker Texas Ranger was shot. You know what I'm saying?
Really? It was in Van Alstyne?
Yeah, dude, downtown Van Alstyne.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
I remember going out there with Choppa and Cody Redden and a couple people, and like walking down that road and being like, "Dang, hope I don't get roundhouse."
Yeah, well, so that's one option. I don't know if it's even still available. I just saw the price and was like, I can fucking save up. I can save that up. I can get a security deposit's $1,100. First month's $1,100, and after that, so I'm gonna try to get about $4,000 so that I have a little security net for the first couple months, so I can get into the motion of not blowing all my money on something stupid.
Yeah, I mean, what I wish I would have done, and also at the time, I did not have the best credit before I moved in here, was just do like a loan, a personal loan.
What, to get my credit up?
I mean, so it'll also boost your credit, but if you do a loan for like $5,000-$6,000, that's easily pay it back in like 6 months, you know? And then on top of that, then you have all that money up front. You can pay your $2,200 for your first and last months, or your deposit and your first month's rent automatically, and then you can get moving company to do some stuff. I mean, you probably won't do that. You could just call Reggie.
Dude, I seriously have nothing.
To do that.
I have nothing to move. My personal belongings, aside from my computer setup, which is massive, by the way. Aside from that, I have like a bass guitar and an amp and a military duffel bag that I can put all my personal effects in, and clothes. Like, seriously, I have.
Well,
like,
that still gives you a net for buying a few things too, like to get some furniture, like a bed.
I get that shit for free. Oh, and my bed. I forgot about that. I can get all that shit for free though. Like,
so all that shit, like, so yeah, I'd say a $3,000-$4,000 personal loan, dude.
I don't know.
Would boost your credit immediately. I mean, I know you're not even needing to.
I'm already in debt, dude. So I pay after for all the payments, including like car and phone and stuff like that, a month, and I pay a little extra. It's not what I normally pay. Like I'm trying to pay it down off the back end, so it's like
paying towards the principal.
3, 4, 5, 600. I pay about $600 a month
on your car,
on my car, my insurance, my phone, my credit cards.
Oh shit! I wish I was down to that. Dude, I fucking wish. I think I pay right now. I pay like $350 for just my car. My insurance is $200.
Damn.
Then
dude.
I have that CNC machine, of which as soon as I'm done paying that off, it's actually getting kind of close to paying off. That one's $214 a month.
Damn, boy.
I mean, it's like a $2,100 system, dude.
Oh yeah, well, you gotta like make your money back off it, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to use it on something that could potentially damage the unit, you know?
Okay, I see.
Like I wanna build a
legitimate thing
for it to be on. Yeah. Because it needs to be perfectly leveled and all that, and I just haven't had the funds to do it. And then so I kind of spend my money stupidly sometimes, and now that I have a roommate now where I'm not paying all the rent on my own, I will be able to take care of that kind of shit, you know? But I just put $150 deposit on getting a tattoo. So
good job.
I mean, but I also paid all of that debt still.
Yeah, no.
Like I've got a Best Buy credit card that I pay on.
Same.
Capital One.
Got it.
I'm about to buy 4 new tires for my car, I think.
Ooh, I got a tire story when you're done.
I got an NTB card though, so. And I haven't used it in like 7 months, and it's been paid off for 7 months, so might as well use it, you know, if I need to get new tires. But yeah, if I could get that down, then that'd be fucking sweet.
I got $1,700 for a mattress company, and they just closed my account because I bought a mattress a year ago and it's been paid off. And I don't use the account because who the fuck needs to go to mattress firm more than once every, you know? So they fucking closed it. So that fucked my credit just a little bit. It brought the whole, you know, the total amount I have down. And then, so one of my tires has had a nail in it for a while, and it hasn't been a problem.
Is it in like the sidewall or something? Or?
No, it's like straight into it, and it hasn't been a problem. Last week I got your tires fucked light.
The tire pressure.
Yeah, so I've been airing it up every day, and it maintains pressure while I'm driving. And this morning I noticed that there's a screw in it, so now I have two things in my tire, and I can't keep enough air into it. So I went
same tire?
Same tire. So I went to. I have a patch kit. I'm gonna patch it up. It'd be good as new. And so I went to change the tire, and I have a Volkswagen Jetta, and they have lock nuts. So it's like you need a special key for it.
It's 18 millimeter European shit.
It's got like it's a
star tip.
It's not a star, dude. It's the shape of Texas. And and then on one of the nuts, it's the male end and the female end, and you stick Texas in itself and turn it. I fucking stripped it, dude, straight up. First try, just.
Is the bolt stripped, or is
the tool is stripped?
You can get that from Jetta.
I know.
From Volkswagen.
I did that today, actually. That was all today.
Did I tell you about how whenever I had my blowout on my old Civic, whenever I had lock nuts on there?
No.
Dude, I had a blowout and had to get my car towed from Temple to Austin because there's no one else that could come out there, and like there's no way I could get it back. So that was like $180 right there just in towing. And then the next day, what I did is I took a Post-it note and like drew on it the shape that I thought the lock nut had, because I didn't have those anymore, and went to the dealership to get the lock nut or whatever. And they're like, well, I mean, I can show you the ones that we have, but you're not gonna be able to match it. And I was like, well, I drew what it looks like to me. And they're like, yeah, that's not gonna matter. And I was like, all right, we'll see. And I finally picked the one that I thought it was. And as I was leaving, the guy was like, hey, if you don't mind, would you call me whenever you try that? Because I want to know. You'll be the first person ever to not come back and bring that back.
Yeah.
Because you got it right. And I was like, all right. And I called him. I was like, yep, worked. Got all the tires off and changed. He was like, oh, no shit.
I'm an artist.
What he didn't know is that the way that I drew that shape, I put the Post-it note over it, and then I scribbled on it with a pencil and got the indent shape. And then I just tried to finger match it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm fucking smart sometimes.
Yeah, it's called innovation, bitch. We use sticks and shit.
Yup. But yeah, I no longer have lock nuts on my fucking car.
I would like to take them off, but the problem is that I just paid $30 for a fucking for things. So it's like, why would I not if I still have it? I'm thinking about it though. I really don't want to do that. I don't want this to happen again, because what if I couldn't get? Because I aired that shit up, all right, again with the two screws or two fucking things in it, and drove it to the dealership, and it's fine. Drove it home, it's fine. I took a look at it actually when I was out there before we started this thing, and it was looking a little up. So in the morning, I'm gonna have to air it up before I head out.
Well, the best part about that story is that, so I had just bought that, and then within like 3 weeks is when that car accident happened.
Oh.
And so I don't even need the key anymore.
Damn, son. Dude, I hate it when that happens. Like, I got a full tank of gas once, and this was back when I was like dirt poor. I made like $12K the year before.
Oh yeah.
And so I filled the gas tank up, and it was like 110 degrees outside. I left the car running, and then the fucking motor blew, dude. It fucking blew. like within
fucking smart, dude.
It was like within 3 hours of me filling it up, man, it just fucking it just stopped. Like, I was on the highway and it got really hot, so it did something weird, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And then I got onto the highway and it killed it. It just stopped working, and I was coasting in the HOV lane, just like, what the fuck? Yeah.
So I will never ride an HOV lane ever again.
Why not?
I don't trust them. I don't trust people who drive next to them. Nothing. I don't see the point.
I drive 80 in the HOV lane. when everybody else. Well, the speed limit used to be 60 in the HOV. Now it's 70, so it's not that uncommon for people to drive.
I know it's 70
that
because that's
fast.
how much I was going when that bitch cut into the HOV lane.
Oh yeah.
And there was nothing I could do to get out of it.
Which HOV lane was it? Was it here in Dallas?
It was right before. So if you're going down 75, the HOV lane, right before you hit President George Bush Turnpike, or no, it was right before the big turn where you go to 635.
Ooh, that's the bad one, dude. I've seen people cut into the HOV lane and get rear-ended twice.
This bitch, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I fucking
She
seen
cut.
that
She
shit.
cut into the HOV lane, going 30 miles per hour when I was going 70.
Yeah.
I legitimately, Andrew's legs were up on my dash. Did we ever even talk about my car accident?
I don't. Not here, no.
Story time.
Oh yeah, there we go. Story time with Typo and Aaron. Come along and listen to this. Da-da.
Stupid ass story. No, so it's actually funny because the anniversary of my car accident is going to be on Father's Day, which is coming soon.
The 21st.
To a Walmart near you.
I looked that up today actually because I was wondering.
So that's the 1 year anniversary of my car accident. But so Andrew and I went to Dallas for our high school reunion or whatever, 10-year high school reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And we were leaving, and we were gonna leave earlier, and then I was like, nah, I'm too tired, dude. I'd rather just like sleep it off a little bit, and then we can leave a little later. And when we left, so his feet were up on the dash, like next to my window. And we saw this bitch from 1,000 miles. I only call her bitch because I don't know her name. Also, she's a fucking bitch. She tried to lie and shit, saying that another car swerved into her to make her go into the HOV lane. There was no other car in front of her or around her.
Doesn't matter. She went into the HOV lane. Like,
exactly.
You're not gonna absolve
And there were
yourself.
cars next to me on the other side of the HOV lane, so I couldn't even swerve out.
Yeah.
All I did was, so she swerved in, and I slammed on my brakes, and I skidded for 50, 60, 70 feet. And I hunkered down, and Andrew, like, when we saw her, like, cutting in,
Yeah.
he goes, oh shit, this is gonna suck. And he had time to put his legs down and brace himself. That's how much time we had for her not to react.
Yeah.
Slamming my brakes, all that shit. And it was like slow motion, dude. I grabbed both. I usually drive with one hand. I had both hands on the steering wheel, gripped like a death grip. And I had pulled it as far left as I could to the fucking side guardrail.
Yeah.
And I literally, I was maybe an inch away from the guardrail, and I was slamming on my brakes, so sliding.
Yeah.
And just slammed right into the back corner of her. And hit her so hard that airbags deployed. My hands didn't come off the steering wheel, but it blew all the skin off of like part of my hand on one side.
Yeah.
And like my nose had like a splotch on it because the airbag, my body didn't move. I got whiplash pretty hard.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, it didn't end up doing as much damage as it fucking probably would have.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then the cops get there and shit. And what, dude, this is the thing that blows my mind. The cops get there and they like close off the area, and people are still cutting in and out of that fucking HOV lane in front of the cops, and they're not doing shit.
Dallas, baby.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's Dallas, man.
Dude,
Gotta love it.
Yeah, and I ended up getting a Jeep to drive home that day because I had work the next day, and then Andrew got whiplash a lot worse than me. Just because I guess he was like less braced, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was fucking nuts. If we would have hit her at like a slightly less obtuse angle on the back side of her car, because we hit her in the back driver's, like the leftmost side of the back of her car. And if we would have hit it and she would have been turning harder or faster, it probably would have bumped us over that median into oncoming traffic. Ooh. Or flipped us or something. But like, I couldn't even get out of my door, dude. I couldn't open my door because there was no room. There were no scratches on my door either. I didn't touch that guardrail at all. But I literally couldn't open it. Like, you pull the door handle and push it just a little bit, it was grinding on the fucking concrete wall.
Damn, son.
And I just sat there for a second, and Andrew looks at me. He's like, "You all right? You all right?" I was like, Dude, what the fuck?
Oh man, the smell of
dude,
that
airbags are
airbag.
the fucking worst, dude.
Okay, so I was in an accident as well, and I had a exact same car except there wasn't a diesel, and it was totally my fault, dude. I just spaced. There's a new stop sign because there's a bunch of construction going on, and usually they have to yield, like if they're right there, but we just got a new stop sign, so I wasn't paying attention, and I blew through the stop sign and swiped the front of this truck and went off, like dinged the right side of my car. I say dinged, it was a pretty intense impact though. The airbag deployed, scraped the whole side of my car, just whoosh, and I went into the ditch, slammed on my brakes. Couldn't believe it fucking happened to me, dude. It was like 6:30 in the morning. Plus it was raining, so I was on my way to work. Turns out we weren't working. I turned around, went back home, blew through a stop sign, and that I'll never forget the smell of that fucking airbag, dude. I drove by an accident on the highway not too much, like 3 weeks later maybe, and it was like I had like a panic reaction to that smell, dude. I smelt it and I was like, oh my goodness. And I felt it, refelt the whole accident all over again. And I felt so bad for the people in that situation. As soon as I smelt it, it was just like instantly. I felt bad, felt like I was in the accident, you know?
Yeah. Andrew like got out and went to go check on the lady. And like, of course, at first I was like, yeah, make sure she's okay. I mean, also it's her fault.
Yeah.
So kind of fuck her. But like, I hope she's not fucking dead. I hope she didn't like snap her neck or hit her head on the window. She's perfectly fine, was able to drive her car away.
Man, I watched this bitch do that one time. 635 northeast, eastbound 635. Okay. Some cunt drives just like, we're in dead stop traffic, okay? The people in the HOV lane are going 70 miles an hour. She just coasts on into it, tries to drive off. This car comes, pops, right? It was an older car, so it was like made of iron,
straight up metal grinding on plastic.
Well, it just like hit it, but she had seen it and slowed down, and she did a really good job controlling the vehicle. Popped it, and the old lady that was in, it was like a RAV4 or something along those lines, just like kept going after getting hit, got hit, and was driving slowly, and then took off. And the bitch that rear-ended her because she pulled into the HOV lane fucking took off right after her. And after a while, because I was in traffic, and when we finally caught up to him, the bitch that had gotten rear-ended was behind the other bitch. So the other bitch cut that bitch off because her vehicle was sideways in the HOV lane, stopped her vehicle, and she was out there yelling at her.
Good.
Oh man, it's fucked up, dude. Like, you can't just drive away from that. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, there were so many people that saw it too. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude, I don't know. Car accidents and all this shit recently, like
they've been kind of bad. I mean, COVID kind of helped out with the fatalities in that manner, but
but so you don't know this either, but so Doc had his last ride or whatever, since he was part of the Countrymen. There was over 700 people, bikes. It was like a 2-mile long stretch of bikes, dude, for this ride that they did. And
is this before or after the bar?
This is after his funeral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I think was last week. So there was like 200 something bike or 700 bikes out there. There's a shit ton of people, dude. There's like people from all other MCs were there.
Yeah.
And just because, I mean, that's the kind of dude he was.
Yeah.
Crazy shit though is on the way leaving from that whole thing, leaving from the funeral, another guy died on his motorcycle named Doc.
Oh, wow.
That was there. Yeah. And then Chris and them just left yesterday to go back home, and I saw him update his status last night. Apparently another dude laid down his bike. And it's like, dude, come the fuck on, man.
Damn, dude. People are antsy. People are getting crazy, dude. There's a bunch of shit going on in the world right now. Everybody lost their fucking jobs first, you know? People are upset about the current state that we live in, which is a police state, and they don't. So, you got people raging on the roads.
Yeah.
I mean, suicide is up, which is crazy. There's a lot of narnar going on. So I mean, yeah, I'm expecting war with China real soon. I'm just, what else can't? Of course we're gonna go to war, dude. That's what's next. Here we go. Here we fucking go. And then it's gonna start in Seattle because they have that walled off new country, and they're gonna get supplies from a foreign, whatever, and they're gonna sneak in troops, and there's gonna be a hot war on American soil because of some dumb shit. And here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready to fucking dig a hole and live in it.
I'm ready. I could bug out for like 2 months easy, comfortably.
Dude, I don't even have snacks anymore. You know what that says? I think I have...
I'm out of snacks.
I have 5 Oreos.
Oh shit, are they double stuffed Oreos?
Bitch, they're mega stuffed.
Ooh, monster stuff, huh?
Dude, did you see? So...
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah,
you saw the most stuffed Oreos or whatever?
Yeah, the monster stuffed Oreos?
Megan tried to order some of them, and she like paid for them and everything, and then 5 minutes later it was like, oh, these are actually out of stock, so we're not going to charge you. She's like, motherfucker.
I'm waiting on a vape flavor, my gummy worm flavor. They are always fucking late, and I'm still waiting. They sent me my other ones, which was... It cost me $15 for 240 milliliters, but I'm almost out, and I have to order again. Still going hard on the vapor. Hard on the vape instead of hard on the paint. Hard on the vape.
Yeah.
Yep. So crazy shit. Yeah, me either, dude. I don't know, and there's so much nonsense. Like, people are talking all kinds of shit. Did you, by chance, listen to Dave Chappelle talk about the recent news? No. So
I haven't yet.
He's he has permission from the governor or mayor of wherever he lives in Ohio, and there's an amphitheater, and they're doing comedy shows out there. Yeah. So I suggest you look it up. I think it's called 846, Dave Chappelle 846, which is crazy. Okay. He talks about George Floyd.
Yeah.
And how they were on him for 8 minutes 46 seconds, which is the time of day that he was born. Was at 8:46. Yeah, it's crazy. He goes through a bunch of different coincidences like that. Like that was my birthday. That was the time I was born. Is on a bunch of different stuff. But he has a really interesting take on it, and I suggest everybody should go and listen to Dave Chappelle take on what's been going on, I'm just gonna leave it there, leave it to you guys, because
I'll probably watch it tonight.
It's fucking powerful shit, dude. It makes a lot of sense. You listen to him talk and you're like, yeah, because everybody's trying to get you on their side. They're saying pick a side. You're either right wing or left wing, and he's a fucking
bitch. What if I got 2 wing?
Yeah. He's a fucking realist, dude. He's looking at it, and he's like, look, this is what's happening because of this shit, and this is going to keep happening because of this shit. So then that's essentially it, man. You hear about the guy that the guy that got shot in, I think it was Atlanta.
I mean, I've heard about a lot of guys getting shot in Atlanta.
The people burned down a Wendy's because it happened at a Wendy's. This guy's passed out. I don't know, sleeping, passed out. He's in the Wendy's drive-thru. Apparently they called the police. The police showed up. They're putting him in cuffs. The dude, before they could get him, he tried to break free. He started fighting the cops. And he grabbed one of their tasers on his way up. Got tased. Didn't face him. He kept on running. He turned back, pointed the taser at the cops, and got gunned down. And that cop's no longer has a job.
Good.
Yeah. But
I mean, as a cop, you're supposed to get shot with a taser
Well,
Like you get shot with a taser
he
to
didn't
become
have
a cop.
he didn't have his taser.
What I mean though is, was it just one cop?
There are two cops. Both.
Yeah. So the other cop had a taser.
And he deployed it and shot him.
Yeah, and the guy didn't. It didn't
phase him. Dude ran, and then but he had already had the other guy's taser. He went to go tase the other guy. I don't know if he shot it or not. It looked like it went off. Like I saw the video. It looked like he actually shot it. I don't know if he hit him, but then he got shot twice. He was down. But this sets a strange precedent for law enforcement, because like from the police officer's perspective, he did things the way he was supposed to do it. He tried to get him in cuffs. He fought him. They tried to, cause, I mean, they were punching each other, flipping each other. Oh, like that dude was not giving up.
It was a brawl, yeah.
Oh, they was
like
a brawl,
some PCP shit.
I'm telling you, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I don't know if he was on drugs or drunk.
I'm not saying he was on drugs. I'm saying it's like, like when you see somebody on PCP get tased, they don't give a fuck.
He wasn't going back to jail. He wasn't going back to jail. So, but I mean, he had they call tasers non-lethal, but I think that's just a lame excuse to use them, honestly.
Called less lethal.
Yeah, no, they're fucking lethal, dude. You get hit with that shit and you go down, especially when you're running, you're gonna fuck yourself up falling on your face.
Yeah.
Same thing with bean bags. We found out that those are pretty lethal. And rubber bullets, those are lethal too. They can hurt you. They can seriously injure you. So I don't like,
especially when you don't shoot them the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Now, I don't remember 100% of what it, but Megan and I were talking about it earlier, and apparently San Francisco is passing some law to not use police officers for specific calls. They're using like trained de-escalation people, like, so if it's not like a violent act being committed, they're not sending police officers.
I mean,
so like domestic abuse and stuff, I'm sure they'll be sending police officers, but they're sending like trained professionals, psychiatrics, like people to go out and like help people, which I think is a good step. But I honestly don't know anymore, dude. I don't know what the fuck to think.
Yeah, there's a move to defund the police. There's
Austin has actually moved on defunding the police by $100 million.
After they gave him 400,000.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so what they
get that new riot gear in place first. So
there's this guy. He was like Mr. Universe 7 times or something. He was also a cop, and when he was a cop, you had to have like a 4-year degree to be a police officer. Like you had to be intelligent, you had to be like literate, trained, and now that's totally out the window. You know, I mean, prices like pay was competitive, and you put your life on the line to protect and serve, and you got paid in a manner, but the pay hasn't changed. So I think that defunding the police is not a good idea. I think that they need to spend more money on hiring better people, and they need to get rid of the assholes that are there to start fights.
Yeah,
that's what I think that they need to do.
I definitely think that there needs to be more training, because I mean,
like you can have a police officer that can de-escalate the situation, but the problem is that the role of police officer has turned into this
escalation protocol.
Exactly. That's what they do. They escalate the situation. They get you into custody. They generate revenue. That's what they do. That's the whole point.
Everybody's seen it with the protest videos that have been going around.
Oh yeah.
That there's no escalation. There's shouting. There's whatever, and then there's firing, and that's whenever riots start happening. You know.
Yeah.
There was no rioting before that.
Well, it really depends on where you look, honestly.
Well, I mean, yeah. What I mean though is here, specifically in Austin, there was no rioting, and there really still hasn't been that much rioting. Yeah. You know?
Austin's like a freak place.
I mean, dude, we had so I missed the last one that I was supposed to go to, the last protest, where it was literally like all of Austin, and it felt like half of Texas was there, dude. Like I saw videos of it and shit, and it was just a sea of people taking over every single street.
Nice.
It was insane, dude.
So you do it right there. You don't need to cause property damage to small business owners.
To anyone really, but
well, nobody cares about the corporations. They're insured. They're getting their money back. Nobody cares about them really. I don't care about them either. I care about the people that work there for a shitty wage that aren't going to be able to work anymore. That's my concern with that. Anyway, burning the Wendy's is going to stop people making minimum wage from advancing anywhere.
There also might be one less fat American.
Ooh, so they're saving lives.
Just play devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate. That's what life's about, No,
I don't know, dude. It also was a pain in the ass with the rioting stuff going on, because I legit wanted to go to the protests to help, even if shit did get to the point where it was a riot,
right.
But so it brings me to a story kind of about this weekend. But so when Megan and I were going, we were taking my ice chest, which I put ice in it. I had water bottles in it. I had lemon juice. I had milk. And I had like 3 half gallons of milk and like a bunch of water. And I would just leave that in my car. And every time we would go to like the med station where all of the people who were going around handing out waters, handing out snacks, handing out bandages, or if shit popped off, they were the ones that were like dousing people with fucking lemon water to get tear gas off, like shit like that, And so I was just bringing more supplies. And like, I don't remember where I was going with this story. The end part of the story is that I left 1 gallon of milk in my car.
Ew.
Over like a week, and it exploded in my ice chest, and all of the milk solidified.
Oh, gross, dude.
And it was the most disgusting smell I've ever smelled in my life. And I needed to bring my ice chest on Saturday out to the lake with the boys. Dude, it was so bad. My brother was helping me dump it out and clean it, and both of us were sitting there like, bleh. He goes, good mess. What is that?
He has the best expletives. Okay.
Yeah, he does. They are it's
so good. He doesn't curse hardly, and he just says the craziest things. Like, dude, good mess.
Yeah. Well, so that he gets that from, I think, my dad's side of the family, like my grandmother and stuff. Whenever she'd get like excited about something, she'd be like, "Well, hot dog."
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just funny shit like that.
Is,
but I've actually noticed he and Clara have been cursing a lot more.
Ooh, I bet it's due to Tarky.
I think so, because every time he's cursing, it's while we're playing Tarkov. He's like, "Now that's fucking bullshit."
You could
I'm just like, oh,
you could hear her in the background losing her mind over something sometimes, dude. Like, he'll just be playing, and then you'll hear her like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, is she okay, dude? Is she all right?
I've actually been watching Megan play Outlast 2. Have you ever played that?
Oh, what is it?
So it's a horror game. It's kind of lame because you don't get any weapons. You can't defend yourself really at all. But you play a guy, and you're with this girl on a helicopter going to investigate something, and your helicopter crashes, and then there's a bunch of like literal crazy ass redneck motherfuckers that are trying to kill you and sacrifice you and shit.
So you're just running the whole time?
You're running the whole time, but you're also recording with your camcorder, and then you can also use the night vision on your camcorder, and there's like crazy satanic witches and shit that come and find you and shit. And then you have like these flashbacks to like a friend of yours in middle school who hung herself or something, and you have to escape this like weird monster. And she's played it 2 times, and so you know me, dude, I'm a horrible backseat gamer.
Yeah,
I've been doing pretty good though. But she calls me out on it. It's fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
Like last night, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick because we were just starting it up. She was gonna continue, and I was like, just hit continue and you should be good to go. And she was like, oh yeah, hit continue. Just hit continue, and then I can start from where I was at, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay, I didn't know. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh, hit continue.
And then she was like, also, why are you shutting the door? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you gotta poop, huh? I was like, I've had to poop for 4 hours. Let me poop in peace, please.
That's
so
funny.
I shut my office door, and I shut my bedroom door, and then I shut and locked the bathroom door to my bedroom. and honked out a dirt snake, and it was bright blue.
What the fuck? What were you drinking? G Fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah? You get that?
G Fuel and popsicles, doc.
Oh, yeah. Bright blue. Neon shits.
But when I came back, this door was open. And because Thor goes in and out, he like pulls on it sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And so it was like cracked, and she had the headphones like right around her, and so she couldn't hear me. And I walked up right next to her while she was like sitting there.
Yeah.
And I just like put my hand right on her shoulder, and she was like, what the fuck? It was so good.
So it's like
I felt kind of bad because Lucian was already asleep, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Is it a jump scare game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, jump scares are okay. Yeah, Alan likes
It's
those.
jump scares, and then it's like a lot of just creepy shit.
Yeah. Is it on PC?
Yeah. I think you can get it on the Xbox as well. But I already had it, and I don't know. I enjoy video games. She enjoys video games, so I figured if she wants to play something scary, that I would be more than happy watching her play some shit and get scared every time.
Well, that's pretty cool. You know, I don't mind you simping over her. She's okay.
That ain't even simping, dog.
Aw, dude, she's got you by the dick, boy.
How?
How? With her gorilla grip.
It's kung fu grip, dog.
What's that thing? That TikTok video? It's like some dude's breaking up with this chick, and she's like, "Let me get this straight. You're breaking up with me because I have such a fat cooter. I'm so sorry. I didn't know I had such a gorilla grip." He's like, "Geez, you don't even get it. I'm so sorry that my vagina."
No, Chavez and Will, Jamie, all of them. So Megan came out on Saturday night. She was able to leave and come out. And so we were just at Will's house.
Yeah.
And they were all like, "Man, she's fucking awesome. What the fuck?" She was just like throwing out all these country songs and shit and like giving me shit for not liking country.
That's funny. They would like country, wouldn't they? You know, that's probably her most unattractive quality, typo, is her love for country music.
She doesn't even love country music though. She just says it's sick as fuck.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't consider her unattractive. I like that she likes Shania Twain disease or whatever.
That's why she's so fucking ugly. It's because she likes country music.
Damn, she is definitely gonna punch you in the dick for that comment.
I doubt it. That'd be the most physical...
I'll hold your legs.
That'd be the most physical contact I have had in years, and I would pop a chubby. Sorry.
All right, babe, don't do it.
Yeah.
don't do it.
Because you know who's gonna have to deal with it, right? It's not you either. It's typo. He's gonna have to take
these earlobes aren't this 2 inches for no reason. Speaking of which, dude, every time I go out on the fucking lake, I lose a plug.
Oh, damn. You lost the plug?
Yeah, I lost a plug. I lost one of my black silicon plugs.
Oh, whoa.
And it's always a black silicon plug, too.
You guys do tubing, or were you just out on a boat?
No, we were on a pontoon boat.
Pontoon? A party barge?
Yeah. I mean, it's actually kind of funny because we're going towards Devil's Cove.
Okay.
Which is like a little party spot.
All right.
And Chris and Chavez were sitting there like egging me on. And I was like, "Bitch, I will jump off this fucking boat." And they're going like 30, 40 miles per hour. And Chris was like, "No, you fucking won't." And I was like, "Bitch, hold this." And I gave him my drink and gave him my vape. And I walked to the edge of the boat, and Chavez was like, "You're not gonna fucking do it." And so I took my plugs out, grabbed my glasses and my hat, and jumped off the back of the boat. And Jamie's like, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" Like freaking out. I actually really pissed Will off, which I didn't mean to do.
Oh, why?
I mean,
stop and turn
I mean,
around?
it is dangerous. Well, it is dangerous.
Okay.
I mean, they were like, "You never know. Like, you could jump off. That's how people drown." I was like, "No, you drown by not knowing how to swim."
Did you have a life jacket on? A little preserver?
No.
No? Ooh. I wouldn't have done that shit, dude. I've been in deep water without a fucking jacket. It sucks.
It's the same as being in shallow water without a life jacket.
I know. There's the existential dread of...
Don't tell me about the things that might be underneath me. I don't want to fucking think about that ever.
I'm sorry, dude.
I was just being a bad bitch.
Man, have you ever played Subnautica, dude?
No, I don't want to play that game. It looks so fucking boring, and it's creepy to make me think of shit underwater.
As fuck. So whenever I was young, like very young, story time. I always... Oh yeah. Story time with Aaron and Typo. Yeah. So whenever I was young, I always had this fear of Jaws coming out of the bathtub drain and getting me. And it didn't stop there at the bathtub. It continued on.
Toilet?
No. Oh, no.
Do you have to poop like cliffhanger style?
No, it was never the toilet. It was just being in water. And when we were at the pool, every time, dude, I was afraid of sharks. And the same thing with wolves too. I don't know why, but anytime I was like by myself, I would always think that there were going to be wolves outside. I remember telling my dad, I was calling him into the bathroom because I didn't want to be alone, and he's like, "Why?" It's like, "Because there might be wolves outside." I was like 6 or even less than that, dude. I was
fucking
younger
nerd.
than 6. I was afraid of wolves, man. Man, that was a long time ago. That was when I was in Colorado, man. I remember this time that I grabbed a bunch of nickels. I think they were my dad's. I like grabbed all of his nickels off his drawer, right?
So correct the sentence. You stole money from your dad.
Well, I had them in my. You could say that. I didn't like put them in my pockets. I had a handful. My palms were full of nickels, right? And I just had them, and I had them in my hands, and I was like, I'm rich. Like, I got all this money. And then I like fell asleep watching something, and then my dad picked me up to put me away, and all the nickels fell out.
Caught red-handed with your itchy palms.
I mean, he didn't know that I had the nickels, but everybody around me saw that I had the nickels. Okay, it wasn't a secret. I was playing with them, like moving them from one hand to the other, back and forth like a slinky.
Did he wake you up to clean that shit up, or did he just clean it?
He moved me. He picked me up because I fell asleep.
Picked you up, threw you onto the bed, threw you onto the other.
He picked me up to put me in my bed because it was, I passed out, and all the nickels fell out.
That's a fucking dad right there. Yeah. That's a fucking dad.
Yeah, my dad's a good dad. He's all right. He's getting.
I like him.
He's getting really annoying now. He won't leave me alone, dude. He always bothers me with things. I got to do everything for this guy. I'm gonna end up wiping his ass in a few years, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like,
that's sick.
My dad, he was like, my grandmother needed some help with something. I love helping her with things because it's because of how grateful she is. She doesn't like to ask for it, but I always offer.
Yeah.
And they were like, my parents approached me and they're like, "Dude, thank you for helping with your grandma or whatever." I was like, "You can expect the same treatment." And I am
Your dad was like, "Oh, well, I just shit."
Well, dude, he's seriously like, he's looking forward to it. I'm telling you, he can't wait.
Dude, I think all parents do. They're like, "I can't wait for the day to where the roles are reversed and you're wiping my ass, you dirty little bastard."
So I'm 1 out of 10. I'm the 6th child out of 10 children, and nobody else knows this except for everybody that listens to this podcast. But I'm the executor to my father's will, meaning I'm the best child. So I fucking won. And
it's just a fact.
It's a fact. It's just facts.
Yeah.
So my dad looked at me and he was like, what would you think if I left everything to your sister Mariah? I said,
she better wipe your ass, Dad.
No, I was like, I don't care, man. Like, that's up to you. I don't care. He's like, what about your sister Melinda? And there's an ongoing joke about whenever he gets senile, I'm supposed to take away his license. And I was like, I would take away your driver's license. if you
That's so fucking
if you
funny.
did that, I'd take away your driver's license. You don't know what you're doing anymore.
You'd be senile at that point.
Yeah.
You'd be flipping off all the little babies running around.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good times. Good times. Think that's that, man. That was a pretty decent episode. We actually had some good laughs.
Yeah.
Some serious shits.
Speaking of laughs, I'll close it out with this one last laugh for you guys. I got to show Will and Daniel this trick that you can do while we were out on the boat, but it was how you can tell the difference between like a male ant and a female ant. Have you seen that before?
Nope.
So you get like a cap full of water, and if it's a female ant, you can drop her in the water and she'll sink. Okay. But if you drop an ant in the water and it floats, it's buoyant. Hold on real quick while I slap my knee for you.
That's a fucking dad joke ever. Like,
dude, it was so fucking good though.
It's bull.
At first Will was like, "That's like the Salem witch trials." I was like, "Man, that shit went way over your head. What the fuck?" He goes, oh, buoyant, like a boy ant.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I met him once. I met Will once.
Yeah, probably.
At the bar.
Yeah, Delaney's, I think.
No, it was Doty's.
Oh, okay, that makes sense too.
Long time ago.
But yeah.
Yeah, he seemed pretty cool. I mean, you know, he's got to be at least as cool as his son. So.
Yeah.
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 Well, thanks for joining us for this delayed episode.
Hopefully the audio is not
Too
uber shit. If it is,
I'll spend a lot
Aaron's
of time
editing
on it.
sucks.
It's okay, but now I have to do super editing. It's okay. It just forces
Dude,
me to be better.
I'm gonna try and figure this shit out because I don't like it.
Yeah. What the fuck did you do? It's all your fault.
I literally didn't do anything. All right, we're gonna argue semantics, but we're gonna let you guys get out of here and enjoy the rest of your /day/week
/ smash like, subscribe / follow us on the socials / peace out, Girl Scout.
Oh.